That's because it's hot outside. Stuff like that happens. Was that live? Are we live?
Yes, we're live. Hello, and welcome to the Points of Magic, our episode 3. I'm your host, Carlos Silva. I'm talking with you all the way here from Aventura, Florida. But this is Points of Magic, and it's not only my friend, it's not only my buddy, it's my, no sound effect because it is my magic brother, Jason Knapp.
Oh, Lord, help the people watching for the first time. Hello, my friend. It's so good to see you. It's Penn and Teller. I love Penn and Teller. What a good choice.
You know that I don't have that culture. I know that they're magicians, and that's it. I never saw them.
Oh, they're comedic magicians. Yeah, it's fun.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
No, never.
Yes. Well,
the things that you find out when you do a YouTube search for "Are we live?"
You're just having to come up with that. Well, I think it's an apt beginning to this evening because we're going to do things a little different tonight.
Yes, yeah. One thing that we agreed right in the beginning is that we want to not test. I think we want to have ourselves sometimes in different structures. In this case, we're going to be totally unstructured. I would dare to say stripped.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's
no
like
segments. No segments.
Yeah.
No segments.
Crickets.
Yes, but it is. I'm really anxious because I think it's going to be a fun night. Yeah,
anxious in a good way, and anxious in a a good way.
No,
okay,
yes. There's several things to talk about, and actually, we're gonna be back to a place that we love. And people were saying that you're kind of forgot something, someplace.
Do you think?
No, we never forgot that place. We never forgot the place. But the good thing is that but one thing that again is going to happen today.
Yeah. You're going to be a little nervous about this.
Yeah, because I'm not going to be able to see the comments.
You can.
Kind of.
Right?
Kind of.
I got them right here.
But let's say hi to everybody. You're going to see better from me than me, so let's go.
You think?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll start at the bottom. I'll say, and as always, ladies first. Hello to Valerie, and Mary Wells is with us from.
Hi,
Baltimore.
Valerie. Hi, Mary.
Yes. Colton is with us. Kelly from close to Carlos Ponte Silva.
Kelly's from right here from Doral. Yes.
Yes. Andrew Prince is with us. Marla in California is
Buddy
with us.
Andrew, Marla.
Mm-hmm. Chris Blagg as well.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Chris,
you never know where he's going to be, but hopefully he's with electricity tonight. It's a day that ends in Y, so it could go either way.
Why?
Oh, the Bay Area, the San Francisco Bay Area has been getting all of California's been getting terrible weather. But
really?
But in Chris's area in particular, he's been blessed with, a lot of candlelight lately. So there's that. Okay. But his internet's been good, so that's all that matters. Marcus is with us, the great
buddy.
Marcus
I miss Marcus.
Anthony,
I miss everybody.
And Carrie is with us. Caleb's here.
Caleb, thank you, Caleb, for sharing.
It's great to see you, buddy. And yes. Eileen is with us.
Eric, it's been a while that I don't hear from Eric.
Oh, Eric's here?
Yeah.
Eric's always here. He just doesn't always, let us know he's here. Eileen is with us. My lovely wife, Michelle, is with us.
Hi, Michelle.
Joe Logan is here as well. Look at all the cool... Gary is with us.
Gary here.
Said, did Carlos take away Zach's spot? Oh, I don't know.
Which spot sucks?
Well, maybe I thought that was a reference to Zach with the little bug, the bee or whatever that was on the beach attacking the reporter.
No, but that wasn't me. That was that reporter.
That would be funny though. Mark Williams with us. Susie is with us. All the cool kids are here, and of course
Kathleen. Yes, everybody.
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo is here too.
And Rose is here.
Yes, Ronaldo. Rosie is here too.
And
Rosie, I have to send her information about the cruise.
Okay. We'll talk about that. Steven Schools is here. He's up late. Good to see him. And Lisa Milam is with us. I can't stop. Megan's with us as well. I could do this all night.
Rosie, if you can stay until the end of the show, please don't miss, because I will bring one of Rosie's doubts for us to discuss, to see if we can solve that doubt for her.
You mean question?
Question, yes.
That's okay.
Okay.
When you say people, I've been dealing with doubts all day long.
No, it is. God. It is a translation thing. I know. Because for us, doubt is when, I did not understand that quite well. Can you explain me better? It's my doubt.
For us, doubt means I think you're full of it.
Oh, no, it's not. No. So it's, I got it. No. Stephen, did you say hi to Stephen? Yes?
I did. Stephen's up late. He says up late. Thanks, Jason. Oh, you got to look out for our elderly. Carlos knows about that.
And I know about one thing. I know it is that now is the time. Now is the best time to do one thing. I will prepare here. No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, no, do it.
Every time I thought it was like a
do it. We need it.
No, it's gonna throw off my white balance even more.
No, it's the other way. It's the other way. It's the other way.
So weird. Weird. What are we doing here exactly? Is it just Hands Across America kind of thing?
And I thought that you should be ready for this.
Well, here we go.
There we go. I have chimes. You know what the thing that I have here? Curtains.
It's curtain. It was like silent curtains.
Because curtains. Just because we.
That's right. We do have that thing.
Yeah, we do have the thing. After that is the curtain call for the cafe people.
I have a little secret thing. I had a little thing I think I'm going to try with the call tonight. The curtain call tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I'm going to wait until later to tell you. We'll
yeah, you said that is a surprise. Okay, let's see.
Surprise, have a little fun thing. Yeah.
I hope everybody can watch us well, hear us well. Everything is okay. I would like to request one thing. There is a trophy that I want to show you guys. It's the I like you trophy. Please press.
I could have gone in so many directions, and I'm.
Please press the like button. Is because in Brazil we have this is the Troféu Joinha, which means the I like you trophy. Okay, so yes, please.
We have something like that here too.
Press the like button and share, spread the words. Points of Magic. It is about points of connecting points and connecting the magic. And today we're gonna be back to the magic place because
it's for those who maybe are looking to avoid Disney. We're just be warned. This is a little Disney heavy. This conversation, and
today it's going to be really Disney heavy.
I know that some of you will be upset about that, but it was unavoidable. It had to be done because there's just too much stuff to talk about.
Yes, a lot of stuff to talk about, and this is. I will not say that. I hate the word experts. It's not experts, but it's our field of devotion.
Passion?
Passion. Yes,
passion.
Yes. So that's why, and we're gonna talk about.
We're gonna talk about our passions tonight.
Yes, talking about passions. Also, we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna briefly address the trip that I did last week.
Oh yeah. Without me.
Which was the main reason that we changed the date. We were supposed to have our live show last week.
We were.
But I needed to go to two places, so I will talk about those. Actually, show videos of that specific places there. Yes, a surprise. You never saw it.
No, yes, I haven't seen
it. Okay. A lot of things to talk about.
We got a lot to cover. We should go.
Yes. I'm trying to get all the screens ready.
Okay. Spoons.
Yes. First of all, buddy, let's talk about Disney. And one thing I would like to talk about is to discuss with you is the whole thing. with the ending of the 50th celebration, and due to the fact, I think that we're really close to Disney World, and we're respecting. Sometimes we expect too much, but somehow I would like to say that I like the 50th celebration. And given all the things that happen in the middle of that, or just a little bit before that, I think the result, and it was great. I liked. There was a lot of new stuff, things that are not gonna be hanging much longer, like Harmonious, like Enchantment.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a nice celebration. What do you think?
It was fine. It was.
Oh.
I mean, it was just you couldn't ask for just it was the worst timing, in terms of when the 50th was happening. It's just so many things were planned. There was so many amazing things were coming, and all coming at the same time, or within the same kind of frame of time, and then the pandemic happened, and then and we won't talk about decisions were made, and things got shelved, and things got delayed, and all sorts of things, and we're not going to talk about that stuff because I think what we got, which was the stuff that was promised, is fantastic, and we're going to talk about some of those things. And I'm just glad we're through it. That's why I just feel like the 50th is it's that relative who you really looked forward to coming to visit. Like, you really just couldn't wait. And then they come and they visit, and then they're there, and then you're like, so when you leaving? I mean, it's been fun and everything, but
it lingered for a while. Yeah.
Right. You're like, okay. I mean, we could check airline. We could check airfare. I mean, if you want, I could give you some directions. Because we got something bigger coming.
Yeah, there's something a lot bigger coming. Is the 100 years of wonder, and I don't know, buddy. For me, some reason, my expectations for that, I lower a little bit.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, why?
I don't know. That's one thing. About 100. That's one thing that I learned, and that actually, I think that what Disneyland Paris taught us is that the way that they did the 30th celebration for that was so simple, so beautiful. Okay, that I'm expecting that. I hope that the 100th will be something similar to that, which is basically a nice decoration. It will be some new shows, yes, but I hope that we have new shows that will last longer. I hope new shows that will bring not only the 100th, but the other things. There was something, buddy, that happened, and we're gonna talk about an event that we went together a few weeks ago, and during that event, we went to a specific attraction, and was Filler Magic, okay. And that Filler Magic, hearing all the songs, I started to say, I already heard that song in Enchantment, and I already heard the other song, and I already heard the other song, and my concern, not only new songs. That was the beauty of the illuminations and beauty of other things that we used to have, is that usually our shows used to be so original, and that's why I love. Don't get me wrong, I love Happily Ever After. I love, but I think it's almost the same thing as Enchantment. It's like the mashup.
Send all your hate mail to.
No, there's the mashup of songs, usually the same songs, and then and you're gonna have the Circle of Life, and you're gonna have Be Your Guest, and you're gonna have the Go Your Distance, you're gonna have a whole new word, and then you go to that attraction, you're gonna hear everything over again. That's my only
Well, okay,
concern.
but don't lay it at the. I mean, PhilharMagic is a classic and one of my
Yes.
favorite attractions, and it was there first.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
you
don't
said-
mess with my PhilharMagic, people.
yeah, you're totally right. You're totally. That's
and
the
the Coco
point.
edition's fun. The Coco edition's fun. I wasn't sure about it at first, and it's fine. Did no harm, which is good. But I think I don't know. I am. It's like parades with me. I'm not the right person to ask about what my favorite parade is and stuff. And my favorite parade, for those who are wondering, is of course the Main Street Electrical Parade.
Yeah.
But it's because it's the most nostalgic for me. And I could think there's Paint the Night and there's a lot of other amazing parades.
I never watched Paint the Night.
Incredible.
Mm.
But I'm not much of a parade person because, I don't like to sit around and wait for things. And also I don't like crowds, which leads me into saying that I'm not like the target person for the fireworks shows in the Magic Kingdom. I love them. I think they're a lot of fun, but I don't like to be squished together. And, and I like the kind of shows that you can watch from afar, from those little quiet spaces. Maybe it's back in Storybook Circus or down along the rivers of America somewhere. I like to be kind of just at a distance looking at the castle and everything. So I'm not, the projections are kind of lost on me most of the time. And I love me some Moana. The fact that this recent show had a lot of Moana, I was pretty happy about that. And I'm going to be sad to see that go because I love Moana, but she's going to be meeting us over in Epcot soon.
Not only Epcot, and you can also meet her at the Discovery Island in Disney Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom, that's right.
And again, so and Megan is not. They're not fighting words. What I'm trying to say,
I told you.
What I'm trying to say is that we do have, and we have Selby. Selby is here. Hello to Selby.
Oh. Hello,
Selby. We cannot show the comments here, but the one thing that I already mentioned in here before is that it's almost like they have that same basket of music, of songs, and they put like 10 songs there, and they always pick the same text sounds. But the Disney songbook is so rich. It's so.
I have in my many of you know I have on my phone. A playlist on Apple Music called my Happy Music Playlist. It's just called Happy Music Playlist. And I won't get into the details of why I call it that. I mean, we can talk about it later, curtain call or something. But even my Happy Music Playlist, which is a defined group of music, it's at least 600 songs.
Yeah,
like many of which are Disney and not featured in any nighttime spectaculars.
And not only that, and that's my concern. So I will not touch for me. So Megan is not going to be upset with me.
Ooh.
I'm not going to touch in Happily Ever After. But when I think about the new nighttime show for Epcot, I'm hoping that they bring something original, something new, like original, like you used to have the illuminations. I don't want illuminations back. No, it's not. Don't get me wrong. I want something new. And no, I think
just giving it away.
And in particular in the park, that had so many, so important. Even Epcot Forever is a proof of that, because so many original songs that are from that park that we could have some new original songs there. So that's the thing. And I'm not trying to use that as a rant, because don't get me wrong, I get emotional. I love when I see Happily Ever After. I loved Enchantment, and I loved even, you're a proof of that, I love even Harmonious. But if I can talk to Tinkerbell,
sorry, you cut out for a second.
If I can talk to Tinkerbell, I say, give me a little bit of the pixie dust, and I would love to, and I will give me a little bit of this, like this, and. And I want an original show, with original songs for Epcot nighttime. That's it.
Preferably lots of xylophone and symphony and cymbals and stuff. So
I'm not seeing the comments here. I
I
saw.
don't think you want to see some of these comments. I think look anyway, 100 years is a big deal, and the reason I'm so excited about the 100th anniversary is in the celebration is that it spans the parks. It's not just about the Magic Kingdom celebrating a birthday. It's not just about Disneyland or Disneyland Paris or anything. It is about Walt Disney Company
Mhm.
celebrating 100 years of just unmatched creativity and success in its field, and the amount of joy that
Mhm.
it's brought to people, and the careers that it has provided to people. The it's just so much, and we all know. And there's so much that they can do with that. That just is reaches beyond the boundaries of a singular park. So that's what I'm excited about, because I think that there's some really fun stuff. If they could tie things together, they could have multi-park celebrations. They could have whether it's merch, and obviously merch, food, music. Like you were talking about, special music and things like that, performances, Disney Plus related things. There's so much fun stuff that they can do with that, and there's so much to be celebrated, frankly.
Yeah.
And it's time for a celebration. Like, okay, that's what I'm saying. Like 50th year was great. Okay, see you later. Okay, are they clear? Okay, let's bring out the stuff. Come on, guys, let's.
and this interesting thing is that despite the fact that Disneyland California is the center of the celebration, in Florida, the place will be the main place for this 100th year celebration is going to be Epcot. So, and knowing that the 100 years will be October 16, 2023, so we could expect something around October to be ready, at least a few things ready in Epcot, and I wish that for that to be the center of the celebration. And I hope
we'll be on the West Coast.
Oh yeah, and in that day we're gonna be having a good time.
There's one certainty in life, and that is if Jason and Carlos are on a boat together, something amazing is going to be happening on shore.
No, but you know what thing? It doesn't matter because we're gonna be back, and then we enjoy that. That's the good thing. In the meantime, we're gonna have we're gonna have an amazing time there.
Mm-hmm.
But as part of the 100th celebration already, we need to talk about the new stuff, and there's something brand new that I think. Did you already experience that? Because the last.
What are we talking about? I don't know. Pray tell.
Okay, so we're gonna be talking about this thing here, this beauty here.
Oh, this little beauty.
Yeah. Have you experienced it already? Because I
have experienced
it.
I have experienced it.
Okay.
And it
is amazing.
It's pretty incredible.
It's beautiful.
It's a little, there's not many Disney attractions that are new, where you get on and you're a little nervous about it. It's like, oh, what's going to happen here? Guardians, I was a little nervous. There's a lot of hype about what motion sickness and stuff, but also there's this, it's a coaster. It's going to spin around. You're like, okay, what am I getting into here, right? And then this thing,
it is beautiful. It is beautiful.
When you sit in the I don't know what you call it, the light cycle, when you sit in I was nervous. I'm doing it wrong. I was so nervous about all things, and I apologize if I'm jumping ahead. Am I jumping ahead?
No.
When you get into this, and they have the right vehicles outside if you want to practice, because you probably should. You probably should practice. When you get into this thing, they're like stirrups for you to put your legs in, little leg holder things. It's if you've ridden Flight of Passage, it's not dissimilar to that. The kind of but then there's like the handle, the grips, the hand.
Yeah.
But there's two sets. And you're like, which one do I choose? I don't know which one to choose. And then you grab it, and then you're not finished because you have to pull back on it, like pull back to make the back part of it kind of, as you pull back on it, then the thing behind you comes up on your back and kind of locks you into position.
Locks in position, yeah.
Right. Okay.
But buddy, what happened to me is that, well, first of all, let's show a little bit.
Oh,
I have one of, and I took your scenes. Look.
Okay.
I know, and look.
Oh, you got the music still. That's great.
Yeah.
Do you have that shot? What do you have that shot? You don't have the shot queued up of the people getting ready to go, do you? Like on the
No.
Are we just gonna keep playing it?
Yeah. Okay, but
no one wants to see that.
No.
So it's just this little anxiety about it when you get into this and you're like, okay, wait, this is serious now. Like this thing came back and it clamped me in and I got my hands on these grips, these metal grips. I feel like they should sell gloves, by the way. If you have riding gloves, if you're a mountain biker or something, if you have gloves, you might want to bring them.
There are several warnings that I have to give, but
the hand grips are a little let's say they're exfoliating for your palms.
Because I would, you know what happened when I went there, and
yeah, I do know what happened when you went there.
Yeah, and I have to tell the audience because
well, before you tell them, let me tell you how it's supposed to work. See, if you there's lockers that you go to. There's this locker system, which is just brilliant. It's brilliant because you activate the locker by your Magic Band or your annual pass or park pass or whatever. The watches don't work if you like me and you have your pass and your watch. That doesn't work yet.
I know that.
You unlock the door. They don't charge anything. You'll unlock the door. You put your stuff in. It'll hold a book bag, backpack, whatever, no problem. And then it locks. Remember your number. Most people have issues with this. Remember your number.
I have something to
Consider taking a picture if you have your phone with you. And then, but if you don't, there's a backup system. We can talk about that too. And then when you get to the when you're mounting the ride, that didn't sound right. When you're climbing onto your light cycle, there's a little pocket, like a nice little compartment right in the front that you can now stash your stuff. If you're like old men like we are, then you can put your reading glasses in there. You can put your wallet and your chain,
hearing device.
That's right. But your phone can go in there
because the walker already left it.
But here's the thing: it closes like it has. You put it in, and then the thing closes, but it doesn't latch. It doesn't latch. It's just there.
Yeah.
And I was so anxious that when this thing took off, my phone and everything else was going to go flip, 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 right, just fly out of this. I was like,
no, I wasn't.
That it's going to stay in there, but it does. It's amazing. It's perfect. The system works perfectly. However, there's other people who don't take advantage of said compartment, and maybe Carlos wants to talk about that.
No, but it's not. It's not because I didn't want to take advantage of that. No. So Carlos went. I did the AP preview. So and it was during the morning. I did not experience during the night. So it was a 10 a.m. Preview. I went there and I said, no, I'm a content creator. I need to record the whole thing, and already knowing that you cannot use a GoPro in your head, with the headpiece. Or you cannot use in your fist. You can use the chest mount.
I did see somebody with a wrist mount.
Yeah, I have used the one with the chest mount, but in the way that you're gonna be positioned. Before riding, I said no. I have to change the position of the GoPro in a way that it's going to be facing front when I lean back. So, okay, I got everything ready. I was ready. And it's a roller coaster. People will say, Carlos, you don't like a roller coaster. Yes, I do. I don't like the ones that go inverted or with the falls. I heard that it's only speed. I said, that's the one that I will love. Yeah.
And
like
you like rock and roller coaster. No, you don't like rock and roller coaster because you don't like going upside down.
No. But I kind of like that because there's the songs and we're gonna talk about rock and roller coaster later, brother.
I'm jumping ahead of myself.
But one thing, I got there, and then the pre-queue, the pre-show or the queuing area that there, when you get inside the building, it is one of the most beautiful works that Disney already did in terms of queuing of the visual. It is so. I was smiling. I was happy, and then enjoying everything. And then I had my GoPro and I had my phone and I'm doing everything. Then I go to leave the locker there. So I left few things. I had my a little backpack. I left the backpack. I left a few things, and then I said, one thing, I'm getting old. I'm gonna forget the number. I took a picture. Yeah, I took a picture of the. And I have my Magic Band Plus fireworks one here with me. Okay. I know I'm gonna use it to open, but I can't forget the number. 340 was the number. 340.
You still remember? You still remember? Yeah. Make sure you get it next time.
So I got to the attraction. I sit it there. I was, and I turned on the GoPro. It was already recording and ready to go. And we launched, and I was laughing. It was because it's fun, And people say, oh, it's too short. Come on, it's 10 seconds shorter than a rock roller coaster, and nobody complains. So why they're complaining about? So it is amazing. It is 60 seconds. Yeah, 60 seconds, but you're gonna be laughing and enjoying the 60 seconds so much. It is great. So don't come without it's too short thing. It's not too short. It's great. Well,
you're my new spokesperson.
Yeah. Well, in the middle of the dark area, I felt something in my wrist. So,
I was not riding with him, by the way.
Yeah, I said I thought it was a bug. The bug. They have a bug here. When the thing stopped and I was still laughing.
You have a bug problem.
No, I was still laughing, and I took a look to the GoPro. No GoPro. No, I lost the GoPro in the middle of because you had that thing. You're gonna be that the whole your chest is pressing the vehicle in a way that it flipped. I don't know if it broke the I don't know. I lost it. I lost the GoPro. So
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Valerie says when it comes to the holding on, don't use the hand grips. Raise your hands high. I got to tell you, Valerie. Here's the thing. So the second time through, I did raise my hands high, and I'll tell you why I got to ride a second and a third time through. I'll tell you in a second. But I did the hands up thing, which is great for the initial part. Okay. But when you re-enter the building, you might want to hang back on again because it will engage your core in a way that no other attraction has ever engaged your core. And I could feel my lower back saying, "Are you kidding me?"
Yes.
You remember what we've been through together, buddy? Could you maybe tell the hands to hold on this time? It's bad enough you make us go hands-free on Big Thunder. Space Mountain even. Okay, no problem. But this, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah.
But then and then when it finished, I realized I lost a GoPro. And there were the things in my head that I lost a GoPro, and I think there's a safety issue now.
There was a safety issue the minute it came off of you, and then no longer a safety issue.
No longer. Then I went to the cast member and said, I lost the GoPro, but I would like to report because I'm concerned that could be an issue here. And she said, "No, but don't worry about it." She said, "But you have to report you have to report for the guest services that you lost. And someday when we found it, we're going to send it to you.
Someday.
Let's see. Okay. I said, well, I reported. So, but then I was going back to the lockers.
Yeah.
And I was about to open the locker. I realized that what I felt in my wrist was not the GoPro. It was my magic band that flew away.
Oh. Wow, you had some fastener problems.
I've lost the GoPro and I lost the magic band. So be
I would
aware
love to see the footage from the GoPro though, like just to see it come off. I would love to see that happen. Yeah,
yeah. And someone giggling. It was me, and then. And then I lost. So then the good thing is that then I said, well, how I was in front of the 340. How am I gonna open that? I would turn to the cast member and say, I've lost my magic band. It was and she said, do you have a picture that? Yes. And I showed the picture because I did not lost my phone. And it's over. And the good thing is that I spoke with 3 different cast members that said the same thing. You have to go to guest service to report what you lost. I went there. It took me a lot. There was a long line. There was a lot of people in front of me. But when I got to the cast member, they said, why you... he said, yo, you lost the GoPro. So you want me to check if it's already... No, I just lost it. It's in Tron. He said, so he said, so why are you here? And then I found out something. Is that you don't need to go to guest service, as they said, to report your loss. You can do it in My Disney Experience.
In the app, I know.
So
why are you here? God bless that cast member, because he said what I was thinking. So why are you here?
Why are you here? Said because everybody from the Tron attraction to here said me that I needed to report here. Said you can report in the app.
Did you also happen to lose a hairband on Everest?
No.
What are you doing? Okay, so the other thing is to know is that you can use if you have a day pass, like a physical day pass or an annual pass with you or something. I don't know. Do they even do day passes like that anymore? If you have a pass like those plastic card things, that'll work too. Mm-hmm. If anything that's linked to your My Disney Experience app, which also can be, I think your phone might also be able to unlock it. But there's a woman with like an iPad, or not always. It's not always a woman. In my case, it was a woman. Anyway, there's a cast member with an
iPad.
With an iPad that's walking around, and they're there, and you just go to them. And there's even like a little lookup bank. Did you notice that? Did you see that later? Like you could take your magic band or whatever over to that, like, and then it'll tell you which locker your thing's in. So it's a really good, redundant system for people like us.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for the new one for another experience in Tron, because there was a sad part of that was the GoPro and my magic band, but it is such an amazing attraction, and so it is so beautiful, and Buddy took we're taking a lot of time talking about that.
It was a nice show, great show, everybody. Wonderful talking about Tron. But I will say this. I gotta add. Okay, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
No, but there's a few things that we need to show, just because it's not only that, and that there's another thing that I like to praise about Disney, what Disney is doing, and nobody talks about it. The amazing thing that they're doing in terms of snacks, and even when they're
we haven't had these yet. They weren't there yet.
So the energy bites, what they're doing, for instance, the chocolate donut. Cake donut rolls. There's this coffee.
And chocolate cake donut. I mean, those are munchkins, right? I mean, it's basically munchkins. They look delicious.
And also they have dumplings.
I love a good dumpling. And a digital dumpling, so it doesn't have any calories.
No, so they're gonna have the buffalo chicken, and which is the one they're gonna come first. And later on this year, later on they're gonna have the beef and broccoli, because it's not ready for yet now. And also,
everybody.
Yeah, and also they have the strawberry ice all form, It is the
isoform.
the sweet stuff there. And talk about sweet stuff. Look this smoothie here. The watermelon refresher with yuzu and ginger. But I know everybody can tell that I'm on diet. Yes, but nobody prays and nobody pay attention to the amazing job. Only Disney does that. You don't see in other theme parks the amount of nice work they do with the foods, with the snacks.
You know what I would like though?
What?
I would like them to have more of it because, like the Joffrey's iced coffee thing. I won't. That's gonna have a line like 75 people deep.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not gonna wait for that.
But buddy, when you now you know that you're receiving
I'll
also
pay double
the
if I don't
foodie
have to.
guide. You also receive the foodie guide, and you see, for instance, for Earth Day, there's so many things that they're creating. So let's
Dirt cake.
yeah, let's say pay attention to the different snack options that comes seasonally. Even for Valentine's Day, we have a bunch of them that were great. Some of them only go to the resorts, other goes to the parks. They're amazing. Thank you, Disney. That's great. Nobody talks about it. They talk about how short is the Tron ride, but don't talk about how great they're doing a watermelon refresher with using ginger. Come on.
So, Kyle says the donut holes were just okay. I'll still try them, Kyle.
And the ones that I'm really anxious about is this one, those two beauties here, dumpling.
Yeah, right. The
dumpling in Magic Kingdom would be great.
Dumplings. Mm-hmm.
Well, you do have there are little dumplings in Adventureland and yes, the gyoza dumplings? Thing. Yes, they have fried gyozas.
I don't think they have them anymore. Where?
Next to my place, to my secret place there with the rocks.
But they have at the counter, sir. The walk up.
Yes, yes.
What? How do we miss this?
Oh, they're amazing. It's where you can get oh my God, Tropical Serenade is called, where you have the orange bird. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they have dumplings there. Yeah.
Yeah, but the line there so long too. I can't.
No, you do. You use your app and you do an online order and it's perfect. It's great. Last thing, just to talk briefly and to give the props up also to the. I use this, but the D23 event there was amazing. Did you went during the D23 event?
I went for the D23 event, and it was here's the deal. This D23 event, you can stay on screen. You don't have to just be me unless you need to get a drink or go to the bathroom or something.
I was drinking water.
A little sip. Okay, I get it. That's fine. So it was $50 per person, and you had to kind of win the lottery to even be able to pay the money to do the thing. You have to pay the money to belong to D23, and then you have to win the lottery to be able to pay more money to go to. Anyway, but here's the thing, it included park entry, which is kind of a big deal when you consider how much park entry costs. You could get in as early as on the event, the way it was billed, it was, I think you get in around 6 or so, maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock. But they started letting people in it early, like 5 o'clock or so, a little after 5. So you get in there. The event was starting at 6:30 or so, running to 8:30. But they started everything early. So you could get into Magic Kingdom as early as 5:30. You could go over to Tron or not. You could go do other stuff. Go over to Tron, and once you went in there, you basically, at least for the first hour, I'd say, you basically walked on Tron. But that's not all. Then after, they were doing like PhotoPass things and stuff, which of course I didn't do. After they had ice cream. It was like a after hours event. They had ice cream, sandwiches, ice cream, like Mickey bars. They had the little fruitcicle pop things that I had. They had water. Mm-hmm. They had, what else did they have? They had more than just water. Maybe they just water. I know, I just had some water. But it was like a nice little thing, and then you could just hang out in that space and enjoy the space, and then get back on when you were ready to get back on. It was really, I think, and look, and then once the event's over, you're in the park, and the park was open until 11 p.m. that night.
Oh, good.
So for $50, this was an incredible deal. Incredible deal if you could get in, into the system to make it happen. But well worth it.
Well worth it. Yeah, I love that you had a good time there. I tried. No, it was last week. I don't know if I tried and I couldn't get it. I also tried to get in the D23, the one in the contemporary. How you call that?
Oh, that's the
destination.
Destination. Yeah, I don't bother with that.
I tried, and then I spent 25 minutes in line. I didn't win everything right, and
it just reminds me of a Costco membership. It's like, yes, please let me pay you so I can pay you.
Yeah. You're totally right. But I saw the comments here. Megan say Carlos is correct. They have a fried pot sticker and you can mobile order. Yes. Dumplings are at this Marley saying the Sunshine Tree Terrace. Yes. And Zach, I saw a comment by Zach. Zach, the issue, Zach, is I'm not crazy only about the smoothie. I'm crazy about everything that is food, is the diet. I'm still on diet. So, buddy, let's move along because we're just starting.
Moving right along.
One thing that we have to talk is that as we do have a new roller coaster. There's probably one thing that probably will have to happen soon is that they need to do a refurbish, particular, with the rails and for Space Mountain needs. It's really
never gonna happen. Nope.
No.
Well, WD-40. That's all it take.
One thing, buddy, is from what is being talked is they have to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I can see them maybe having to reconstruct something. I don't see them retheming. No.
Yeah.
I don't even see them replacing the track. I mean, they'll tighten it up. Make sure that everything's in alignment. A little grease here, a little grease there.
Yeah.
Look at the Matterhorn people, like Matterhorn.
Yeah, but the last time they did that was a really long time ago. So I think they need to do probably something a little bit better. From what has been told,
it's a little shaky. You think it's a little shaky?
I think that they say we need to do it now.
But they have 2 tracks. I don't know if they can work on one at a time or not. I don't think they kind of like.
And they're doing something like that for another thing, and it's another theme that we need to discuss is the rock roller coaster.
Yes.
That brought a lot of rumors and a lot of discussion. Even someone saying that they were supposed to have Queen replacing.
We speculated this.
Replacing Aerosmith, and I'll tell you, I know that when I heard that, it was not only me. I know it for sure. Zach, we almost had I was in a state of shock and saying, "Oh my God." Can you imagine starting a hot roller coaster with "Don't Stop Me Now"? It will be a dream come true. But there's a good reason. From what is being mentioned and now is that probably the attraction will be back as it is with Aerosmith and with all the things. So there's no changes being planned, and it makes sense because Disney is to change a band is only to change that first scene. You have to change everything inside the ride too.
And the other thing, and this is what in the interest of time, we will continue this part of the conversation in the curtain call because Marcus and I engaged in this little thought experiment when we were in Hollywood Studios a couple of weeks ago, and it was around this question: if you had to replace Aerosmith, who would you replace it with? Like, who could you replace it with in terms of like having the same appeal, same feel, the reach, the notoriety, and also something that would last, that would span the test of time kind of thing. Well, came up with something. I enlisted some help of artificial intelligence,
Mhm.
and it had some interesting answers. And I think that's one of the things we should do in our curtain call tonight is
But
is talk about this and
did I mention Queen?
Queen actually was in there somewhere. I forget what the tweak is that I had to make, but yeah, it was.
But there is
Maybe there was one that we offered up. I guess.
there is a rational reason for us to think about Queen.
A rational. Well, we do like the rational reasons. Yes.
Disney owns a record company called Hollywood Records,
Uh-huh.
and they have artists like Almost Monday, Dreamers, JB's, Jorge Blanco, Neta. But we know which is the artist they also have in their catalog as the main distributors for the U.S. market.
Are you asking me? Or are you going to tell me?
I'm showing you.
Oh yeah, I see it.
So Queen is a Hollywood record artist. So I can understand why came the rumor because there's a rational thinking, but it's not going to happen.
But it's also more complicated than that. I mean, like they own the so Hollywood blah blah blah. They own the distribution rights for all Queen music. Not Queen music as in like British monarchy music, but the Queen band.
This one here.
That Queen. They own the rights to all distribution within, I think it's North America, basically. That doesn't necessarily mean that they own the licensing around it for certain things, which is a lot of the licensing is actually controlled by it's like Queen Limited company, whatever, out of the UK.
Yes, Brian May, yeah.
And that's where a certain, and we won't get into politics here, but that's where a certain political campaign did this little sneak around where Hollywood Records, whatever they're called, they had said no to allowing certain music by Queen to be used for campaign purposes, but it was licensed through the UK group, and then they kind of like got through the loophole, and then that loophole was closed later. But yeah, it's such a complex, like just sorted mess of legal contracts when you're trying to do these things.
But one thing that just for musical trivia, Queen is the highest in terms of revenue, is the highest band in terms of distribution rights in the world. They do a lot of money. Yeah, it is mind blowing, and it's one of the fiercest. The fiercest one in terms. If you play 2 seconds of a Queen song in any video here, they're gonna be striking like crazy. So it's don't do that. That's why they got a lot of money. So so that's the point. Okay, let's move. Okay. Let's move ahead. Would you?
It's fine. We can run over. I already adjusted the curtain call for a little late. It's fine.
Okay, so let's go. Let's talk about what we did.
Yes.
After hours, we went together to the after hours.
Thank you for that.
And
I was Carlos's guest, and it was very generous.
It's not that after hours. It's not.
I wasn't even going there. Look at our new logo.
And we saw it rained a little bit before.
I like how your shirt matches it too. It's nice.
And they were so okay. No one.
Don't even.
No. I'm gonna start crying.
Do it. So, I think the point to be made with this, as I move us along, is that it was a lovely event. They're not inexpensive. Inexpensive. These after hour events, but in terms of the attractions that were rideable, we actually enjoyed quite a few. We could have enjoyed more had we decided to use our time
to talk.
We sat and talked for a long time, and
it was great. I think.
And it was lovely just to kind of walk around and be in this space that was relatively empty. They had the free food, like ice cream and popcorn set up throughout the park, and free sodas. Casey's is not free, but Casey's was also open throughout the evening, and it was a nice experience. It was the first time I'd done one of the hard ticketed after hours things that wasn't affiliated with like a holiday or something.
It was great. It was great.
Yeah, it was nice. So will you do one? So there's there's Epcot ones are coming up.
I would like
summer.
to try. I like to test that one too. It's in my plans.
My only concern is that they won't leave that World Showcase. They'll end up closing down World Showcase, which is what I would really like. I would say, let me pay to just be walking around World Showcase. You don't have to have anything open. Just let me walk around and enjoy the music and so forth. I don't need to get on any attractions. Just let me walk around. I'm afraid that they won't do that.
But one thing I have to tell to our friends that are watching us and people planning about traveling to Disney World is that those after hours events, if you plan ahead, they could be an amazing strategy as a second day in the park, because we won't need the Disney the Genie Plus, and you can get inside the park 3 hours before the event starts, so you can watch. You can go to most of the stores. Yeah. You can watch the night show. You can even go to attractions before. So it is an amazing event, and it is a really good value. Could be a nice strategy for the second day in park.
Second day. I love that idea. I hadn't thought about that when you mentioned it to me that night. I thought that's brilliant. Yeah, I would never do it as like your trip to the Magic Kingdom, because you'll miss so much. Even though you can access for the fireworks and so forth, but it's as a second day option.
It is
as
great.
Opposed like instead of purchasing a day pass to come in and do that. I think that's a good way to go. Honestly, I really do.
Buddy, the next one that we're going to talk is about Disney Cruise Line.
Yeah, there's talking about points. Points of magic, lighthouse points.
Yeah.
There's no lighthouse pictured here. No lighthouses were injured in the creation of this.
But graphic. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. What surprised me is that
here it comes.
No, it is mostly they're gonna use mostly from the departures from Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, in terms of there's the Port Canaveral trip. They haven't released the full itinerary either, right? There's the long ones and the inaugural cruises. Inaugural cruises.
Yeah, but for that those ones they're for what they mentioned is that probably after that they'll be concentrated with the magic from Fort Lauderdale. That's a surprise.
You love that. I don't love that, but that's
but one thing, in that they're gonna be doing 2 stops in the same trip, and they're gonna do 2 stops in Lighthouse Point and 1 in Castaway Cay. So it's a great. I
How
like
do you
that.
pronounce? So this is. Let's point out, unlike Castaway Cay, this is Lighthouse Point is on an island that a lot of other things are on. It's a resort
a lot
island,
of people. Yeah, a lot of people.
Even 2 airports on this island. So it's a good size island in the Bahamas. You pronounce the word, because I'm going to slaughter.
I think it's Elenthera.
Not urethra.
Eleuthera.
It's like a cross between, you take a Lutheran, it's the Eleuthera, something like that.
Lighthouse Point is easy.
And I feel like we have to come back and talk about this. It's just kind of like due east of Nassau. We have to come back and talk about this.
Yep.
I think on another Points of Magic, because what I would like to do is talk about, like, okay, if you like this island, I'm trying to get my comments back here. Okay. If you like the idea of going to this island, like, but maybe you want to get there before the cruise line does. How would you do that? And let's talk about that.
Oh,
because you
do
can.
You think oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
And visit everything?
The island's a resort. The island's full of resorts
and do a Josh.
I don't know what that means.
Josh,
is it legal?
No, Josh during the D23 presentation, Josh Damaro, he was there. He was.
Oh, yeah. They're probably not going to let us beyond the chain link fence of Lighthouse Point. What I'm saying is, like, the other parts of the island that are
going to be open,
still on the. Yeah, they're right. I think that'd be fun.
They're great. That's a good idea. Well, I can wave from here.
You can. I can wave from here too. It's just they're less likely to see me than you.
Buddy, let's. Can I do a quick trip report?
Oh, please. Yeah, yeah. You had a busy couple of weeks.
So I went for the first time in my life. I went to Michigan. So I took a flight. We took me, my wife, and Pedro. We took a flight to visit the University of Michigan, and we went to Ann Arbor. And I just loved the town. So it was amazing. I don't know how many friends from Michigan we have here, or how many friends already know that place. But it's a little. You know, is that town that is the town is the university, and the university is the town. So but it's great. It's beautiful. And there's something I have to show that, because I don't know if you, I love a good deli, okay, and there are good delis in New York, yes. There are amazing delis here, because I live in Aventura. Aventura is a big, nice Jewish community, so we have really good delis here too. But I found a deli in Ann Arbor that I will never forget. It's called
Really?
Zingerman's. Zingerman's. Take a look.
You ate that whole thing without me?
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's amazing. The place is great. The people and the people from Michigan, they're great. We felt so, and well, Pedro loved
I
that
want
too.
a sandwich.
Yeah, me too. I always want a sandwich. So, but then from Ann Arbor, and buddy, we went there. We spent a lot of 3 days there, and
Yeah.
I did not touch and even look to Detroit. So there was no opportunity for me to visit Detroit. So I have to go, and it seems that we're gonna be going pretty often there. So
To Detroit?
to Ann Arbor, I think is.
Oh.
Okay. So I think, but let's see.
You Dr. Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit, Rock City. Everybody, you're gonna lose your mind in Detroit, Rock City, buddy. And then from Detroit, from Ann Arbor, and then we went to Detroit to take a flight to Atlanta. And actually, it was my first time in Georgia, the first time in Atlanta too. So I've been to the airport many times, and I never left the airport. So the first time that we spent 3 days in Atlanta, it was great. But the main thing I have to talk about and to show about Atlanta, I love aquariums, and for me, the most beautiful aquarium that I ever saw is the one in Monterey. So it's
Monterey Bay Aquarium.
Yeah, Monterey Bay Aquarium is amazing. But buddy, the Georgia Aquarium gets so close.
Really?
Close. It is mind-blowing. So there's a little video about that. Take a look.
Okay.
buddy.
That's
It is
amazing.
the
That's
whale
amazing.
sharks.
Giant.
So we spend a lot of time because you see them first when you go through that tunnel. Then you have that auditorium that with the big window, and
Yeah.
I spent probably 1 hour just sitting there. And they have everything so well themed. So they have a soundtrack with a score, a musical score with an orchestra for you to spend a long time there.
Nice.
It was a huge surprise, and
I think we have to do that. So how far is it from the airport?
Well,
Like if you had a long layover, could you Uber over to the?
yes, no,
Is it
actually,
Is it
despite
downtown or is it outside?
no, the Georgia Aquarium is next to the Centennial Park. It's actually right in front of the Coca-Cola experience. The Coca-Cola.
Yeah, it's downtown. Okay,
So it's
really,
right
you
there.
gotta do a day trip there.
Yeah, it is right there.
So you could do that, but you could do that then the Coca-Cola experience. And
Yes,
Centennial
you can
Park
do that.
and the mall and okay, the underground,
And so,
whatever they call that.
yeah, the Coca. We did not actually. We just walk around the Coca-Cola
CNN.
Park. I went to the building. I went inside the building to see there, but there's that
Autographs.
tour.
They were like, oh,
Yeah.
Ponto.
You know, but it's beautiful. The whale sharks, buddy. I need to confess, I got emotional when the first time I saw it. Whoa! It was beautiful. The tears came. I was like, it is gigantic. So amazing experience. I loved.
Give me a hug.
Yeah. Yes, you. Well, I tried to do that with the penguin that showed up there, but and then there was and the city is great. We had nice weather. Even in Ann Arbor was cold, but not cold because you know why? Not that cold for me because I was wearing that super dry jacket that I bought.
Oh, of course you were talking about that. Hashtag not sponsored.
The one that you couldn't buy. One day I was playing to them.
Hashtag not bitter.
Okay, buddy. That was my
That's
road
fun.
my trip report.
Yeah, that's good. You.
But there's
What are we
something
gonna talk
that
about next.
there's something about a little.
A little person. Speaking of
Yes.
whale sharks.
Yeah.
So this came up recently in some of the conversation around the cruise, the upcoming cruise, of course, the group cruise, and it came up as conversation. Oh boy, around this particular restaurant and themed experience being extended to some of the other cruise ships in the Celebrity Cruise line, and that is the Le Petit Chef. Le Petit Chef. And I know, this, when we were planning our cruise, our Scandinavian cruise last summer, this is something that we ended up signing up for, this special dinner. It's one of those add-on dinner things that you could do on cruises. And I was like, I was unsure about it. And I tried to find pictures and video of it, and I couldn't really find much. So it's hard to know, like, should I spend the money on it? Should I not spend the money on it? I'm one of those people, I don't really like spending all this money on a cruise and then spending even more money to go to a restaurant when I have free food right down the hall, that kind of thing.
I got it. Yeah.
But this is an experience, and I thought, look, it'd be best to just share with our friends a little taste of that.
But let me ask you one thing, just because I'm processing now because I said no, I want to hear from Jason. I didn't want to read anything before that, but it's Le Petit Chef, which is like a character. It's like
it's a character and his family.
Yes, and
it's a love story.
Why Le Grand Bistro? Is because Le Petit Chef is in the Le Grand Bistro. That's it.
Exactly. Okay. So Le Grand Bistro house, other, it's French, of course. Everything's, but the breakfast and the lunch and the dinner, like it's different experiences. Le Petit Chef only happens on select nights during select periods of time in this restaurant.
And is it going to happen during our cruise?
Apparently it is, which is why I thought it would be important to bring it to the table, because this is something that even though I'm like, again, like I'm not one that normally want to spend the money, especially on a repeat experience. And they do have different stories. It may not be exactly the same, but even if it is, I'd want to see it again because it's simply amazing. It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Can I play it?
You can play it. Yeah.
Okay. I did not watch.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
Yeah. Let's see.
Celebrity Cruises and Table Nation present Le Petit Chef and Family, created by the world-famous artist of skull mapping, original music score by John McLaughlin. Love is the spice of life. We'll never know all its rhymes or reasons. Tonight, get ready for this love's magical journey while enjoying the flavors of the seasons.
Chilled soup comes with panna cotta with smoked bacon.
Yes. I'm so happy. I love you so much. Oh my God. We have two eyes. Doesn't he know Chef eat cats? Cats don't do Chef. Phew. Again. Okay. Please, my dear, go ahead. Come on, family, let's all be chefs together. Happy holidays from our family to your family.
For joining us tonight. We hope you have a wonderful time.
Amazing, buddy.
Right? I mean,
It is.
I mean, obviously it turns out I had almost an hour of video, and I only videoed the parts that were like, the story part of the animation. That I didn't. There's the meal experience, which is amazing in and of itself, right? And the whole time you're eating, even in between the story elements, there's things happening on the table. There's little rabbits hopping around and butterflies, depending on the season. There's different things happening. It's just
They
so
did,
much fun.
and
So
they
much
did
fun.
such an amazing job in terms of the projection mapping there. It's so perfect.
So
Um,
it's so good. Such a fun experience, especially with families, but even just me.
but one thing, I it was a while ago. It was nothing like a projection mapping like what I had before. It actually
Mhm.
was a Japanese restaurant in London. Is that they project the menu, and you can pick and choose things. Press
from that?
not pressing, but in the table
Yeah.
you choose, and you can do that. That was cool, but not
That's-
with that definition, with that mapping.
Yeah.
It was great.
It's so much fun. And they do have some other storylines. There was a second night that they offered this during the cruise. We didn't do it a second time. I kind of regret it a little bit. But it had a different storyline. So there's that. And there are some other restaurants around the world. I know there's one in Cairo. There's one in a couple of there's different places. None in the States. None in the United States. That offer this. I have no idea. I don't know why Disney's not doing something like this. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know. But it's a really nice thing, and we're going to be able to do it on our cruise.
Talking about
There you go.
that, yeah, things I'm still.
Oh, you
on
got to
my-
talk about your doubts.
Oh no, yes, the doubts. Yeah. Rosie asked me about the, and I have to take a look better on that about the drinking packages, the different drinking packages. Do you know the details about that, or you recall?
Oh, they so they have okay,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll probably have to come back and answer some more in-depth questions about this in general. Just to touch on this, the Celebrity Cruise Lines offers a like an all-inclusive package. It's kind of their thing that they like to do. Now you can book the cruise without the all-inclusive piece, which is actually what I did this time
Mm-hmm.
because I don't the all-inclusive pays for cruises are all-inclusive generally, right? But they don't usually include alcohol. They don't include
yeah.
tips. They don't include Wi-Fi. They don't include those sorts of things. The Celebrity has this package that is essentially kind of like their standard, which is it includes a basic drink package. It includes there's a beverage package, their alcoholic beverage package. It includes the paid gratuities are included, as well as some standard Wi-Fi, which actually is pretty good in terms of just doing some basic stuff like social media, making sure your pictures get uploaded to the iCloud, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For this particular cruise, I chose not to do that. I did the prepaid gratuities and so forth, but I didn't do the probably not, I say this, I may change my mind about the Wi-Fi and pay more after the fact. But the beverage package thing I didn't do because we're going to be in port so much for such long periods of time during the day. This isn't one where I'm going to be sitting around the pool. This is not the cruise where I'm going to be sitting around the pool drinking pina coladas for like 8 hours a day. I know, much to your chagrin, Carlos, we're probably going to have some time away from the pools, away from that kind of thing. So, but for people who they can do the math and figure out whether it's a better price or not, it can be a good way to go. What I would say is talk to your travel agent, compare the plans, see what the pricing looks like for this particular cruise, because it does change depending on the cruise and dates and length of time and stuff, and make whatever the right decision is for you. But we'll probably have to come back and talk about more of this stuff.
Yes, we have to do that. The way that I drink, the little that I drink. So I'm not a wine drinker. Sometimes I like to have a glass of beer and that's it. And another drink, a mojito, and so, okay, but I'm not gonna get the drinking package too. Well, the Wi-Fi is another thing.
But that's the other thing. It's like we're unlike when you're traveling out of country. Even when you're in port, you got to consider, okay, am I? Yeah,
you're gonna be in range of your self-service most of the time. Yeah.
Right. Even when we're sailing in the ocean, we may be out of range of cellular towers, right? But every, with the exception of one day, right? Every day we're coming into port. So
yeah.
And
you're right.
And we have plenty to talk about amongst ourselves. So
yes, you're right.
We'll
you're right.
We just have to find
could be a good thing.
That sweet spot in the ship.
So if you're still thinking, don't forget to that our California adventure is our cruise with a celebrity cruise at October 15th to this year.
Yeah, and I think
I gonna be
I think I put the link in the description for the show, so
okay,
that should be
good.
That should be it. If it's not, it'll be there soon.
I gonna be arriving in a few days before. We're gonna be arriving on the 12th. Me and Candida, we're gonna be arriving on the 12th in Anaheim, and we're gonna spend. We're gonna arrive on the night of the 12th. So, but we're gonna spend the 13th, the 14th in the parks. We need to check one thing, buddy. Because October 13th will be a Friday 13th, and they have to do the boo. And
I'm Jason, so we should be.
Yeah.
Special.
I hope that we catch the Halloween party there in Disney California
Adventure. But even if you don't, it's so well done. Even all the other nights, it doesn't matter. So
yes,
it's so much fun.
Yes. Well, buddy,
that was fun. It was good.
I loved it.
You like it?
I told you that.
So we got more to talk about. We'll talk about more in our curtain call. We can talk about some music. We can talk about the cruise, of course, if people want. If we can talk about some things we couldn't talk about here, and then
Oogie Boogie. Yes, Marla. Oogie
Boogie. That's what it's called.
Yeah, Oogie.
Oogie Boogie Bash. Oogie.
Boo to you. No, it's Boo to you is another thing.
Boo to is here.
Yeah. Oogie Boogie. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. It was good. Long.
Thank you, buddy. It was great. It is.
So, before you go, if anybody's still around, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button.
Yes, please.
Make sure you share it out and all those things. If you're not a member of the cafe and you'd like to stick around for the curtain call, if you're on your desktop or an Android device, you click the little join button there on your screen. It should be right there below. If you're on an iPhone, you got to go to like the browser or something, or go to your desktop to figure it out. And if you are a member of the cafe, you can either just stick here in the channel and go to the community page and find us, or you can go to Facebook, our not so super secret Facebook group, click on the link there.
Yes. And please give your feedback about the show. We want to hear from you. Don't forget the I like you trophy. Okay. and please, and don't forget to share. Okay, yeah. Buddy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my friend. Okay. I'll see you next time.
See you in. Well, it's not gonna be. It's not
I'll see you
gonna,
backstage.
it's going to be in 3 weeks.
Oh.
We're going to be back to, we're not going to, it's going to be the third Monday of
April.
April.
Oh.
I don't know which one is it. So we need to take, I'll have to take a look here. Okay. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Good night, guys.
Bye-bye.